Remember in 2018 when Hailey's biggest controversy was that she abandoned her family dogs that clearly weren't cared for and only a few months later basically replaced them with Spock? And also that Spock is untrained? Remember that time Ryan and Hailey are literally planning a wedding during a global pandemic, going out in public without masks and having large gatherings with friends, even traveling across state lines and planning an international honeymoon trip?
3. The item cannot have any vegetable.
What? Why on earth would you be trying to teach a bunch of young, impressionable people not to eat veggies?
From accusing Ryan of pushing his candy brand too hard to trying to drag him for being cool with MrBeast, Ryan Trahan somehow became a target for people who claim to be fans. Ryan has built a reputation as one of the most genuine and positive creators on YouTube, but once you hit a certain level, the switch flips. Support turns into obsession, and some viewers stop watching for fun and start watching to find flaws. Every move gets dissected, every post gets overanalyzed, and for some people, it turns into a full-time mission to tear him down. These are easily some of the weakest and most forced attempts to cancel Ryan Trahan. Ryan has been on YouTube for more than a decade, but his real breakout came in 2017 with the Penny series. He took a single penny and slowly traded his way up to bigger and better items. It was simple, smart, and driven by pure creativity and hustle. No drama, no fake hype, just effort and consistency. In 2022, he pushed the concept even further by surviving on 1 penny for 30 days while attempting to deliver it to MrBeast. That challenge cemented his image as one of the most likable creators on the platform. Millions respected the grind and the message behind it, but none of that stopped pointless drama from creeping in. In 2024, when KSI teamed up with MrBeast to launch a new snack brand aimed at skits, the internet reacted fast. People criticized it as unoriginal, unhealthy, and another influencer cash grab. While others tried to explain their side, KSI chose to clap back. During that response, Ryan Trahan got pulled into it.
Okay, yeah.
Steak, he just said yes to steak. No, that's a definite X. Don't do that. Why are you promoting the murder of innocent animals? Those cows did nothing to you. Eating animals is wrong, Ryan Trahan. Hurting animals is wrong, Ryan Trahan. Share this song and change your entire channel to be vegan from now on.
KSI referenced Ryan's Joyide candy brand and questioned why critics didn't keep the same energy. The problem was simple. The comparison didn't stick because the situations were not the same at all. The situations couldn't have been more different. People weren't upset just because KSI launched a business. The backlash came from how LY was perceived. Many felt it looked like a fast cash play aimed at a young audience with branding and marketing that rubbed people the wrong way. That's where the frustration came from. Ryan's situation was nothing like that. He partnered with a smaller candy company that had already existed for years. Instead of slapping his face on it and calling it a day, he launched a new product line under Joyide and helped push it to a much wider audience. The comparison just didn't line up. So when KSI tried to lump Ryan into the same box, it didn't really make sense. Still, once Ryan's name got mentioned, the internet did what it always does. People started digging, twisting narratives, and acting like they had uncovered some hidden secret. Reddit threads popped up with titles like, "Does anyone else find it weird that Ryan Trahan is promoting Joyide like it's new and it's been around since 2008? While the timeline wasn't wrong, the framing was off. The original company, Project 7, had been around since 2008 making gum and protein snacks. What Ryan worked on was a full rebuild. He teamed up with founder Tyler Merrick to rebrand the company into Joyide. New packaging, new marketing, and a totally different direction. According to Forbes, Ryan was hands-on in creating a vegan, low-calorie, low-carb candy that still tasted like regular sweets. This wasn't a lazy endorsement. He helped shape it from the ground up. Just when the Joyide noise started to die down, Ryan got dragged into something even more ridiculous. Out of nowhere, an obnoxious YouTuber decided to stir things up again. Karen Dykema, better known as That Vegan Teacher, jumped back into the spotlight, the same person known for harassing creators over even fictional food in video games. Out of nowhere, Ryan became her next target.
Ryan Trahan and Hailey fam need to press pause before they make an irreversible decision that could affect them for the rest of their lives.
In July 2024, she uploaded a video titled "Snobby Rich YouTuber Promotes McDonald's Cruelty," accusing Ryan of pushing animal cruelty onto a young audience. The claim spread fast, even though most people were confused why he was suddenly being singled out. She went on to accuse Ryan of teaching kids not to eat vegetables, all because he ordered a steak bowl in one of his videos. That single moment triggered a full meltdown. What was meant to be a call-out quickly turned into an overreaction that completely missed the point. The attempt to cancel Ryan didn't just fail, it backfired hard. Even her own followers started pushing back. People pointed out that Ryan was one of the most positive and wholesome creators on the platform. The idea that he was some out-of-touch, rich YouTuber didn't stick. Fans flooded comment sections saying he was one of the best things to happen to YouTube, and nobody with common sense was going to turn on him over a meal choice. Eventually, that drama faded out, but the internet wasn't done nitpicking. Reddit users shifted gears and started criticizing Ryan for promoting his brand too often. Some claimed every video somehow circled back to Joyide, like he couldn't go a few days without mentioning it. One user even went as far as saying Joyide candy upset their stomach and labeled it unhealthy. While it's fair to say Ryan has been talking about his brand more lately, the leap from that to calling him a sellout felt forced. People acting shocked by this clearly forgot how his journey started. Before YouTube was ever a business, Ryan was a college track athlete running long-distance events. His early channel was built on training vlogs, race days, and everyday life as a student athlete. Hustle and discipline were always part of the story, long before candy or brand deals ever entered the picture. As Ryan kept improving as an athlete, his running career was about to take a hit, and it had nothing to do with injuries or bad performances. The problem was YouTube. At the time, Ryan was competing as a Division I runner under the NCAA, an organization known for having some of the strictest rules in college sports. One of those rules made it clear that athletes were not allowed to earn money or promote businesses outside of their sport. Around that same period, Ryan launched his own reusable water bottle brand called Neptune. The goal was simple: reduce single-use plastic while building something he actually believed in. At the same time, his YouTube channel was gaining traction, sitting at around 30,000 subscribers and climbing fast. That's when the NCAA stepped in and shut it down. They ruled that Ryan could not promote his own company while competing as an athlete, even though the brand had nothing to do with running. That decision forced him into a corner: either keep his spot as a Division I runner or walk away and go all in on YouTube. Ryan chose the risk. Looking at where he's at today, that choice speaks for itself. This is why the claim that Ryan has changed doesn't really hold up. He's always been the same type of person. When he believes in something, he puts everything into it. Back then, it was Neptune. Now, it's Joyide. The mindset never changed, only the scale did. Out of all the things Ryan has done, one of the weirdest controversies came from what should have been his safest and most positive project. The 50 States in 50 Days challenge to raise $1 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
This guy made a 2-hour video about Haley and I, and it kind of goes through all the mistakes that we've made in our life and how some things we've said have been misguided, and it talks about our marriage and buying a house and how we've done those things a little bit wrong. And the video itself is great. Like, the dude is very, very smart, super informed.
Every morning, Ryan and his wife Haley woke up in a new state, checked into some wild Airbnb, completed the daily challenge, spun the wheel of doom, and kept pushing forward as donations rolled in. What started as pure charity somehow still found a way to get picked apart online. At first, the reaction was exactly what you'd expect. Fans were praising Ryan for finding another creative way to raise money for kids. People were genuinely moved by the effort, the consistency, and the scale of what he was trying to pull off. It felt like one of those rare moments where the internet was actually united for something positive. But as the donations kept rolling in, the mood slowly started to shift. Reddit threads began popping up, and the tone wasn't as warm anymore. Posts started circulating with titles like "Getting a bit turned off by the donation segments," where users complained that some donation shoutouts included Bible verses. A few people said they came to watch Ryan, not what they called a Christian YouTube experience. Others took issue with how much time the donations took up in the videos. One fan claimed that spending 12 minutes on donations in a 30-minute video was excessive. From there, the criticism escalated. Some users even started questioning the motives behind certain donors, suggesting that people were only donating to get attention or clout rather than actually caring about the cause. Still, not everyone was on board with the backlash. Plenty of fans pushed back hard. One Reddit post, titled "Stop Complaining," called out the constant negativity and reminded people that Ryan was raising millions of dollars for charity, not running a personal ad campaign. To them, the outrage felt forced and out of touch. Somewhere along the way, it seemed like people forgot the entire point of the series. The 50 States Challenge wasn't just entertainment. It was designed to show the real impact of donations as they happened. Every name read out wasn't just a shout-out, it represented another child getting help. Ryan ended up raising over $11 million for St. Jude, blowing past his original $1 million goal. But even that wasn't enough to stop people from trying to cancel him again, this time over something that felt especially petty.
And so I hope you guys just realize that some of this stuff doesn't represent us well anymore. Like some of the footage that he uses is a year old or 2 years old, or some of it's even like a couple months old, and it no longer represents us well. And that's just the weird side of the internet. Post something and it represents you forever on the internet.
It got petty when people tried to cancel Ryan simply for being friends with MrBeast. Back when Ryan was first gaining traction, comparisons were inevitable. Some of his concepts reminded people of MrBeast-style videos, but Ryan always put his own twist on them. He never hid the fact that he was inspired by Jimmy, so the comparisons weren't exactly shocking. As the copycat accusations started gaining steam, Jimmy himself stepped in and shut it down. He publicly praised Ryan's work, calling it creative and original. That was validation Ryan never asked for, but absolutely earned. Over time, the two naturally became friends, showing up in each other's videos and teaming up for charity projects. Then things got messy. Around August 2024, MrBeast found himself surrounded by controversy involving Ava Chris Tyson and accusations about unsafe working conditions tied to Beast games. The internet was already heated and emotions were high. Right in the middle of that storm, Ryan uploaded a video featuring MrBeast. That timing set people off. The moment the video went live, backlash followed. Critics accused Ryan of being tone deaf, acting like nothing had happened while the controversy was still fresh. To them, it looked like he was choosing friendship over accountability. Reddit threads exploded. Some fans who had defended Ryan for years suddenly flipped. A few accused him of being opportunistic, claiming he was protecting future collaborations. One comment suggested he was only playing it safe, so he wouldn't lose access if MrBeast came out clean on the other side. The hate spiraled fast. It reached a point where people started questioning whether Ryan deserved any of this backlash at all for a single collaboration. Amid all the noise, one fan summed it up best by pointing out that creators like Ryan don't control other people's controversies, yet somehow still end up carrying the blame when the internet decides it needs a new target. Most videos involving MrBeast are planned months in advance, with long shoot days and heavy production schedules. The upload timing was simply unlucky for Ryan. Blaming him for that or trying to cancel him over a friendship was a reach. Ryan wasn't endorsing any of the accusations floating around. People were upset purely because of association, and that alone says a lot about how far internet outrage can stretch. Out of all the attempts to cancel Ryan, the most serious one actually happened back in 2020. That's when a YouTuber called SPV Laboratories dropped a nearly 2-hour-long video breaking down every alleged mistake Ryan Trahan and his wife Haley had made in their personal lives.
Remember that time Ryan centered his entire Neptune advertising campaign around environmental friendliness, and now they go to Starbucks and get plastic cups like 5 times a day?
The video touched on topics fans had quietly questioned for years, but it also went into harsher territory. One moment that got a lot of attention involved claims that Haley had abandoned their family dog, only to replace it weeks later. Whether people agreed or not, it struck a nerve. Things escalated further when SPV Labs criticized Ryan and Haley for planning their wedding during COVID. The video pointed out moments where they were seen in public without masks, and even discussed plans for a global honeymoon during the height of the pandemic. It didn't stop there. SPV Labs also called out Ryan for promoting his reusable water bottle brand Neptune as a way to fight single-use plastic, while later being seen regularly drinking from Starbucks plastic cups. The contradiction became a major talking point. What surprised people most was Ryan's response. Instead of ignoring it, he acknowledged the video on his Instagram story. He admitted that some of the behavior mentioned didn't reflect who they were anymore, and said he was actively trying to grow and improve as a person. That moment showed something important. Ryan wasn't afraid of criticism. He listened, reflected, and owned his mistakes, even when the internet was at its loudest. If you enjoyed this breakdown, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the BeyondFame channel, share this with someone who follows Ryan, and I'll see you on the next one.